Hello everybody, it's AvidGamer0 here with another, well, it's not really another, it's like the first one out of all of these, Ars Infinitum Let's Test series, which seems like a pretty cool pack to me so far. After all, I am the one that built it. But today we are going over the mod Immersive Engineering. So, with this mod, it's all about multi-block structures, really. So, first thing you'll really want to build, just to get started, with the mod, is a coke oven, which you just take 3 by 3 of coke oven blocks like this, and you slap it with the engineer's hammer, makes this. From there, if you put coal in there, you'll get coal coke out of it, and you'll get creosote oil. And you could do like, a railcraft one and whatever too, but these aren't very expensive. Let me check the recipe for them. Click. Yeah, clay and bricks and sand really isn't bad. And then, so after you've done a little bit of that, you're making creosote oil. You can use that to make treated wood, which we'll be using a little bit of. You don't have to make a super huge amount, but the next thing you want to make is a blast furnace. You turn, let's go ahead and take some of this coal coke. You turn iron into steel. So to do this, you do a 3 by 3, and you hit it. You get blaze powder, bricks, and nether bricks. And then you slap it in the middle with the engineer's hammer. You get this. Pretty much the same thing, right? So that's how you make steel. And steel, you're going to need to make a lot of it. You're going to use so much of it. So the next thing we'll work on is the windmill, which is, first of all, the basic power generation. So the higher up the windmill is, the more RF it'll generate. However, I don't have it up very high. You don't have to use steel fence to bring it up. That's just what I decided to use. Basically, what you do is you take, you got a kinetic dynamo. You place it down wherever in the world, right? And then you place down your windmill. I'm using the improvement windmill. There's also just a standard windmill. The improved one uses steel and improved windmill blades, which is one standard windmill blade with tough fabric, which is industrial hemp fibers with the stick. Industrial hemp you'll get from a plant. So it's a little bit more expensive, but you'll get quite a bit more RF per tick out of it, and so it's usually worth it. So what we're going to do from here, so we're going to go ahead and grab some wood posts, which you need the treated wood for, which is the creosote oil one. And we're going to grab some electrum wire coils and some MB wire connectors. They also have an LV one and copper wire, but I feel like we should just use electrum. Just start out with electrum. So these things are pretty neat. These are the posts. You don't need to use them, but they look so cool. I don't know why you wouldn't want to, right? Look at that. It's just really cool looking. So let's go ahead and put stuff there. And we're going to click this to this, and that will connect the wire in between the two, right? We can do that from here to here as well. And then we can do it from here to, let's go ahead and put down a wire connector to here. And it'll start charging up. Pretty neat? Yeah, I think so. We can also do this with the water mills. So the water mills, you place it down just like the windmills, except you have to have a flowing water source over it. And apparently, I'm not very good at building a very efficient one, apparently. I'm not good at that. But, you just take the kinetic dynamo, just the same kinetic dynamo from up there, just run wires from it, and you should be generating electricity. So we're just going to connect that to there. Now we're really charging this leadstone cell. We're at 40,000 already. So, pretty cool. So one of the first things you'll probably want to build is an external heater. So if you place this down, you place this down. You also got to hit it with a hammer. I think maybe it's shift hit. Yeah, that's it. So it'll look like that on the end. And then we take this to, let's go ahead and put it right here since this is an output. This to this. It's powering our external heater. I believe, yes it was, sorry. I couldn't tell. Alright. So now all we gotta do is, let's get some iron ore. This is what I like to use for examples, is just iron ore. Stick it in there. It'll start heating up. So this is it heating up, so now it'll be running faster from here on out after it's heated up, like it just has. I'll look into it. Okay. Yeah, so now it'll start just doing that. If you go ahead and put a lever on it, it will always run that fast. It won't have that warm-up time anymore. However, it'll draw 24 hour per tick. But that setup over there looks like we're keeping up still. So that's cool. Alright, what's next? One thing that you'll probably want to make pretty early on is the engineer's notebook. Actually, I have it right here. It's just a lever and a book right next to each other. And it tells you all the different tools and machinery. So one thing that we might want to make pretty early is the crusher. So we got light engineering blocks, steel fence, steel scaffolding, and hoppers. So steel fence. I already have some of that. Steel scaffolding. Let's go ahead and get that steel fence. And then some light engineering blocks. Alright. So, if I remember right, we can always look back to the book again. Where do I put this so it's not in the way of everything? Because it's kind of big. Let's go ahead and put it right here. I think it was this. Pretty sure that was the first layer. Let me go ahead and check. We can scroll layer by layer. One, two, yep, that was it. Okay, and so now we can do the next layer. Yep, okay. Steel fence. I think that was it. And then the last layer is hoppers. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's one right there. And I do have a hopper. Nice. Alright, so hoppers. Looks like Lorecraft is going through everything right now. Alright, so then we go ahead and get our engineer's hammer back out, and we should form a multi-block called the crusher. I think if you hit it on the second, if it doesn't transform, that means you did something wrong. So what did I do wrong? I think it's the second layer. Oh, yep, this is supposed to be a fence here. Is that all? Let me check. Does this look right to me? I'm not sure if those are supposed to be there or not. No, it's supposed to be two of these guys right there. That's what I get from trying to do a lot of it from memory, right? Alright, let's see now. Nope, that was a hopper. There we go. We have the crusher. So, what we do is we can go ahead and put one of, ding, multi-craft, this, okay, get one of these MV connectors, get some wire, where'd that electrum, there it is, wire go. Let's go ahead and connect it to the system. The connection is obstructed, okay. Let's go ahead and go like this. We might need to use one of those posts to get it elevated. Nope, that worked. Let's go ahead and connect it over this way. You can't actually do huge long distances without it saying, you know, this is too far. Oh, that did work, okay. So, now this thing should be powered up, and what we can do, I like to use iron ore usually, right? So, I run. Alright, drop one and get in there. Makes a really loud noise, sorry about that. But yeah, it spits out to iron grit, which is basically like iron dust, pulverized. It's basically a pulverizer from thermal expansion, except it's a really cool multi-block structure, right? It's still kind of loud, sorry about that. But yeah, it just spits that out. It's got a chance to get some other ore as well, like ferrous. it would come through. So one thing that's pretty cool with this, it works really well with conveyor belts, which are made by the same mod. Yeah, right here. These conveyor belts from Immersive Engineering. So if we go ahead and go like this, see, I want to be able to rise up to here. So, like so, like so, like so. This should drop off ore into there, right? Let's try it. Not quite. It's got to go one more over. We got to go one higher then, if that's the case. Shook, shook, shook. This is probably my favorite feature of this mod, is just this crusher. It looks so cool. Okay. There we go. We can, oops. So if you destroy anything in the multi-block, obviously it will unmulti-block itself. But you can just as easily multi-blockify it again with the engineer's hammer. Alright. So, whoa. That's cool. Something you don't see every day. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our hopper right here and a chest. I think we have a chest somewhere up there, yep. Alright, so what's really cool with this mod, first of all, basically you have to mute it. That's the one thing I don't like. Let's put this iron ore in there. It'll spit it out onto the conveyor belt if there's a hopper facing it. And then boom, it's making ore. So one thing we obviously want to do from there, oops, that's facing the wrong way. There we go. It's going to start going off this way. Let's go ahead and have it go into a chest at the end. So, as soon as it hits that, it just goes right to the chest, which is really cool, I think. So then from there, you know, you could have it feed into a furnace with a hopper or something like that, right? So, that's kind of an automatic ore doubling system, and then you can smelt it right later with your smeltery of choice. This runs, since it's a windmill, it'll be always running. How is our power over here actually doing? We are still generating enough power to run all of this, so that's pretty cool. Got, let's see, we got nickel, which is ferrous, as well as iron, coming through. If you go ahead and put like a pig in there, actually I could show you, or a cow or something, you also get that its mob drops. Let's go ahead and get a pig spawn. It'll obviously take damage because it's standing in a crusher, but its drops also come out, right? And what's really cool is these conveyor belts work really well with animals. So if I wanted this to be an automatic killing system instead, bye-bye pig, nice knowing ya. Right? That's pretty cool. And then its drops, you know, you see, they got sucked out and sucked into my inventory consequently, but yeah. So that's kind of the gist of this mod. It's a whole bunch of multi-block structures that do cool things. Let's see if there's anything else I really want to show off. Revolver, that's a gun, obviously. Excavator, this is a way to dig. It's kind of like a quarry. It uses a lot of power. I'm not quite sure. It's such a huge thing that you'll probably just want to look up a tutorial on it in particular. It could go on for its own thing. So it can do some pretty cool stuff. A mining drill, that's something that you hold in your hand. It drills around. Yeah. Let's see what else. Power, there's high voltage generators as well. There's other types of power generation. You got thermoelectric generators, which generate based on differences in heat. Other than that, I mean, I think that's pretty much covers, we can do ME wiring through this. This is part of, it's a add-on mod. you see all this wiring that looks really cool that goes everywhere like that. You can do that with ME. There's a Fluix type cable. So, other than that, I think that's it for immersive engineering. It's still an in-progress mod, so they're still adding even more really cool stuff to it. But I think just this stuff on its own is enough to keep it in the pack. So, I'm going to say yes to this mod. We'll see what the other guys think, but I really like this mod. So, like, comment, subscribe for more, and we'll see y'all next time. Take care.